It's now a case of one man's meat is another man's poison. Now, smart Adeyemi, who came out with victory in that judgment on Kogi West Senatorial Election, is satisfied with the judgment. The senatorial candidate of the All Progressives Congress, the APC, at a briefing in Abuja disclosed that his victory in court didn't come as a surprise, as there were clear alterations in the original results. It says he expected the court to order an immediate vacation of the senatorial seat by Senator Dino Melaye and declare him winner. However, he expresses full confidence in obtaining victory in the rerun election in the senatorial district as ordered by the court. We now have been joining us on the news, Senator Smart Adeyemi. Thank you so much for joining us at this time. You seem to have won the first leg of this legal battle, but Senator Dino Melaye is of the opinion that this ruling is a miscarriage of justice.
Well, it's my pleasure being here. He's entitled to his own opinion. The court is not just a court of law, but a court of justice. In the first instance, if you take a look at the result that we have, the election took place on the 23rd of February. On that day, the result was not ready, but the result was presented and read and announced. The result took about 48 hours before it was documented. In essence, the result that was announced was never collated. It was just a mere sheet of paper that was read. Evidence, this is the copy of the result, dated 25th of February. But the election took place on 23rd. So what happened? There was no result.
So are you indicting?
Dino Melaye went to the Federal High Court between 9th and 10th, 11th of February, asking the Federal High Court to compel INEC to collect results in Kaba. Kaba is our senatorial headquarters. So when he went to court, my supporters told me we should challenge him, and I said, for what reason? He's asking for the obvious. Kaba is the senatorial headquarters, so why do we have to go to court to challenge that? It doesn't make sense to me.
But
so at the end of the day, the court invited INEC. INEC was a party to it.
But all these paper documents that you have presented may only be vital in courtroom. Your opponent says he's proceeding to the Court of Appeal. What is your strategy to, when you get to the Court of Appeal?
I don't know what he's going to take to the Court of Appeal. But we are even ready to go to Court of Appeal with him. And we are going to do what they call cross appeal. In the first instance, we hold the strong view that since the court is not just a court of law, but the court of justice, in the cost of the ruling, the tribunal did say that there were overvoting to the tune of over 40,000 votes. In essence, people voted without PVC, or perhaps figures were changed and giving the advantage over us. While we were waiting for the collation in Kaba, they took the second road and ferry INEC to a village where they altered the result and went to Lokoja, the state capital, to announce the result. While we were waiting at the place, he went to court to ask the court to compel INEC to collate. So what happened? Why was it that INEC didn't go to Kaba and they went to Lokoja instead of coming to Kaba? While we were waiting with our supporters, they took the second road, cornered INEC officials, and stopped over at a village called Oshokoshoko and altered all the results. That explains why he got the result and he got elected. And we have the document here. You don't have to be a lawyer or a judge to know when there are manipulations, when there are misinformation and deceit and fraud. This result,
Senator Smart Adeyemi.
But it's only in Nigeria such thing can happen.
Mr. Dino Melaye is alleging.
This is what you can see on your camera.
Mr. Dino Melaye is alleging that the chairman of the tribunal resisted evil. Do you think that was meant to suggest that the panel was under some kind of pressure?
What was the position of the chairman of the panel? The chairman of the panel was saying that we didn't sue Dino Melaye. He said we are supposed to have sued Melaye than Dino. That the man who you just interviewed said he was not the one behind Dino Melaye. Even the animals in Nigeria, they know Dino Melaye now. They know who behind that name, Dino Melaye.
We wouldn't allow that. We'll have to be civil if you're talking about your political opponent. Senator Smart, we might have to leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining us on the news at this time.